Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, my name is Ho Yan. I do videos like these about personal growth, and I love sharing my personal journey on YouTube to you guys. So if this feels like something that you like or you're interested in, please subscribe to my channel and give this a thumbs up. Thank you. So let's start. Right. So today's topic is ways to live a happier life. First, I would love to talk about happiness. And when we talk about how one could be happy, right, is never going to be the same. Is never going to be the same. So it's like I have this cup of water. I love drinking water, that's why I'm happy. But my friend Amy, she doesn't like drinking water, so she wouldn't be as happy as me. Well, this is apparently a very bad example, but well, okay. You get what I mean, right? So we need to define what is happy to you first, and that is very personal. That is very different. That should be different to each and every single one of you. So yeah, but I find a lot of people define happiness by, for girls would be marrying a rich husband, having kids, who got into really good schools, and what else? Being rich and famous, right? Yeah, that is the happiness defined by the society nowadays, which I don't really agree with. But that is not to say that I disagree that money is useless. That is not the case. What I'm really saying is there are so many things that cannot be satisfied by using money at all. There are friends, families, your health, just things that you can't buy with money. And when you think about it, right, when you leave this earth one day, like when you're gone one day, you can't take your money with you. What you can take is memory, something that's eternal memory with your friends, family, good memories, your experience, those things are eternal. They exist forever. Forever. Realize that happy doesn't mean money or fame, because these two things are what people nowadays chase after, right? People, all of them want to be famous want to be influencers, right? There's nothing wrong about liking to be a YouTuber, a famous YouTuber, a famous influencer. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you mix up fame and money with happiness, then there's a problem, right? Money and fame itself is not a problem, but how you define it is a problem. So that is one thing I want to share. Another thing is, when I think about ways to live a happier life, that I would think about being grateful. Being grateful is definitely one of the big pillars, in my mind, in my concept of being happy. Because being grateful to me, it means to be happy, to be satisfied with what I have right now without wanting more, except food. Right. Sorry. I'm a foodie, so literally. So follow my Instagram, foodie. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. When we are not satisfied, when we are unhappy with what we have already, when we can't see the things, the people around us, we start to blame, we start to envy. And, those kind of negative emotion start to come out. Well, don't get me wrong. It's normal to have negative emotion, but it's like more like how you look at the world, how you perceive the things around you. It's the same with that saying, right? So either you think you still have this amount of water, or, oh no, I only have this amount of water. Two ways to look at things, right? Maybe there's more than two ways to look at things. Always. So it's very much depend on how you perceive the things you have, the people around you. And when you start to appreciate things, to be grateful, to realize, then it's just that 1 second, then you realize, wow, I have so much stuff that I didn't realize. At least that is for me. Well, that could be totally different for you, but that is one of the ways for me why I was much, much happier than where I was before. Being grateful is one. Another thing is learning to be negative or emotional. So when we talk about being happy, right, we don't think about negative stuff, right? Normally we don't think about, being negative. We almost kind of abandon negativity when we talk about happiness. But that's not true. That in order to be happy, I strongly believe that we have to face our negatives. We have to face our problems. That's what I'm saying. We have to face what we don't like. Imagine if a person always hide his or her emotions behind and don't face it when she or he talk to her friends, her families. She never mentioned his or her negativities, her problems, she never shares her worries, or not even writing it down on her journal, or finding a certain way to release that emotion. How could one be happy? How could one be positive if she couldn't bear facing her negatives? That is what I'm saying. So learning to face your negativity emotions, learning why you are unhappy is also a very important step to become a happier person, to really know what you are thinking, why you're feeling that emotion. It's very essential and it's important, which I think a lot of people misunderstand and overlook. So if you're thinking or you're finding ways to become a happy person 24/7, I don't want to cry. I don't want to have any negativity at all. Well, I just said that to be grateful and appreciate things, right? But I don't think there's a single person who can do this 24/7, like all the time, because I don't think that is possible. And there will be moments that we can feel that negativity, and you should let it out. You don't cover it. Okay, don't cover it. I always tell my students when they cry in my lesson, I always tell them one thing. I say to them, don't blame yourself. Don't feel guilty for crying in front of the class. Don't feel shameful crying in class, crying in my class. I think it's the right thing. I say to him, it's a right thing, it's a correct thing to let your emotion out. It's important. And next time when you feel like crying, just cry. Just cry. And it's funny, right? How we think about crying. When we grow old, we seldom cry. We are almost blamed. We are almost bound to be shameful when we cry, especially in front of a crowd, or, it's negative. But crying is also a way to express ourselves. And I don't think we should suppress it. I don't think we should suppress how we feel. And crying is just another way. Crying doesn't mean weak. Being not afraid to cry, I think it's very brave. It's a very brave, it shouldn't be a taboo. It's almost like a taboo to me. Crying is not a sign of weakness, but rather, to me, is bravery. It's a way to express your emotion, and that you're not afraid to express it in front of, people. I'm not saying that you must cry in front of people, but if you do, that's normal. And don't feel ashamed of being emotional at all. Don't feel guilty. Don't blame yourself. Just don't blame yourself. Okay. Oh my God. Just realized there's something on my nose. Damn. I hope this camera doesn't show. Oh my God. Okay. I'm not an expert in any way. I just love sharing my experience with you guys. So if you really need help, go see a professional. And yeah, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist of any kind. I'm just a very normal person. Like you. I'm just a very normal, ordinary person and special person on this earth, like you, who love sharing on this amazing platform. And I guess this is how this video ends. Right, have a nice day, and let me know what you think. If you want to share anything, share how you become happier, or how you became a happier person to be more grateful. Share your story with me, because I'm really excited to hear about it. Right. I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye-bye.